Hey there everyone, Chris Cervantez, eHomes coming at you with the summer recap and fall forecast for 2023. If you've been watching any of the previous videos, it's been a little bit since I last posted. The summer was a pretty incredible time for my business. It was super busy, so I'm thankful for that. And it was actually a surprising pickup for a lot of my other associates, given the fact that we're still experiencing higher interest rates than we were used to in previous years. So let's jump into it. As far as the summer recap, I think the two big things that are popping out are one, limited inventory, and two, higher rates. So a lot of people have been thinking that the higher rates were gonna just cause our market to implode, explode, or completely crash, and that's actually not the case. We've been seeing strong demand through the summer months. We've actually been seeing appreciation. We've been seeing prices come up over the last several months. Again, it's counterintuitive. You would think that with homes being so expensive and with interest rates going up so high, which ultimately affects that monthly mortgage payment, that people would have pulled back. And the reality is that is true. A lot of buyers have been either priced out of the market, or they've decided to not buy because they think that this market is temporary and they're going to buy again once everything comes down. The issue is that, and this is something that I've been talking about with a lot of my other clients and people that have been asking me the questions, is like there was so much leftover demand from 2020, 2021, 2022. You've got to kind of think about what was happening. When you had homes with 20, 30, 40 offers on one house, okay? So let's just use that middle number. Let's say there were 30 offers on one house, which is not uncommon during that crazy COVID market. If you had 30 offers on one house, that means that one of those families bought a house, right? That leaves 29 other families that wish they could have bought the house, but they just didn't get their offer accepted. So then now, fast forward a couple of years, with interest rates doing what they're doing, unfortunately, that cut the demand substantially, and it also cut people's purchasing power. So instead of them being able to afford a certain price, now their purchasing power comes down, so that's going to affect the market, right? Well, again, think about those big numbers that I was just referring to. 29 homeowners, or 29 potential buyers. Sure, some of them walked away, some of them have been priced out, some of them are speculating, thinking that the market's going to change. So that 29 turns into what? 10, 5, 3? So as a seller, if you have more than one offer on the table, guess who's in control of the negotiation? The seller. So now what we're seeing is that instead of 30 offers on one house, we're seeing 5 offers, 10 offers. I mean, I've had multiple interactions, multiple negotiations where there have been 5 to 10 offers in today's market. So why is that important, or why is that important to understand? With the interest rates doing what they're doing, there's no end in sight. We have some people using their crystal ball saying that come mid-next 2024, that the interest rates will finally come down. Right now, for a 30-year fix, you're at 7.6% with exceptional credit. If you have any kind of ding on your credit, or whatever it is, that 7.66 could easily be 8% in today's market, which again is mind-blowing given the fact that we had 3% for so long, even high 2%. So people would be dying these days for 4% or 5%, but that's another story. Bottom line is that with and now let's quickly go to the limited inventory. The fact that so many homeowners are keeping their homes, they're locked into those 2.875 interest rates, 3% interest rates. People just aren't motivated to list their property, which I get it, and yet at the same time, the people that are going to market, that are selling, it's a limited inventory. So that's propping prices up. I've had multiple conversations this past week with people asking, or people thinking, hey, we think prices are going to come down next year. And I actually don't think that's the case. I think that we have limited inventory, deceleration of appreciation. That's a fancy way of saying that I think the pricing is going to flatten out, or maybe go up incrementally here in the next 12 months. Incrementally, I mean, what is that, 2%, 3%? Historically speaking, prices go up about 5% if you look at like a 50-year chart. So with that said, if the homes don't go down, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna wait as a buyer and maybe buy when the interest rates go down? And that's what a lot of buyers are saying that they're gonna do. Well, when the interest rates go down, there are a ton of buyers sitting on the sideline thinking the same exact thing. So if we still have limited inventory and more buyers come to the market, what do you think that's going to do to prices? Instead of prices coming up 2, 3, 4%, 5%, we're going to be back in that same 2021 market, 2020 market. Instead of 3%, 4%, it's going to be 7, 8, 9% appreciation. So it comes back to that unique catalyst of limited inventory. So that's the summer/fall forecast. I think in this next 3 months, as we wrap up 2023, it's going to be more of the same. We have a lot of people that are speculating, kind of waiting on the sidelines. That's fine. If you're a seller, just know that if you price your home properly, it's gonna sell fast. Maybe not in 5 minutes like it was selling here in 2021, 2022, or 2020. Okay, great. Instead of it selling in 7 days, it's gonna take 1 month. Not a big deal. It's more of a healthy timing, healthy market. As a buyer, if you can afford, if you jump online, people make fun of real estate agents all the time and they talk about how is it a good time to buy and a good time to sell? And that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's both. What I am saying is that if you're a buyer wanting to buy, so I put my money where my mouth is. I got rid of my 2%, a 2.8% interest rate, and I signed up for a 6.5% interest rate. Why? Because my family needed a new home. So there's going to be buyers that, would it be great to have a lower interest rate? Sure, but was I willing to wait? And the answer was no. If you're not willing to wait, you can afford that higher interest rate. My suggestion is that you buy, because in the event that interest rates come down, great, you can refi. In the event that they never come down, then you can still afford it. We're not speculating. Speculating is the worst thing that you can do. Definitely threw a lot of different things out there. If you would like to have a conversation about your specific situation, just told another seller the other day that they should not sell. So don't just think that I'm going to tell you, yes, you should sell or yes, you should buy. It depends on your unique circumstance, and I'd be happy and honored to talk about that. So shoot me a call. I'd love to chat. Thanks so much for watching.